Alright, so you're trying to hit prestige fast in Brawl Stars? If you just play randomly, it's going to take forever. But if you play smart, pick the right modes, and grind efficiently, you'll get there way faster. Today, we're going to focus on the best modes for pushing prestige, the right brawlers to use, and how to stay sharp while you're grinding. First off, let's talk about which modes to focus on. The mode you choose makes a huge difference. A lot of players make the mistake of jumping between modes without really thinking about how it impacts their trophy grind, but if you want to push efficiently, you need to focus on the right ones. For me, the best modes for pushing are Solo Showdown, Brawl Ball, and Knockout. Each of these modes offers unique ways to rack up trophies, and each requires different types of strategies. In Solo Showdown, the name of the game is survival. You need to find a balance between staying alive and getting those kills, all while keeping an eye on the other players. I've found that brawlers like Sam, Bull, and Edgar work really well here because they're aggressive, and they can hold their own in a fight. Sam, in particular, is great for taking out enemies, while Bull is a classic for staying in the game and outlasting others. Edgar is perfect for moving around the map quickly and getting that surprise kill when enemies aren't expecting it. Now, keep in mind, the meta is always changing. What's good today might not be as strong tomorrow. But these brawlers I'm mentioning are the ones that tend to stay solid in most metas. Even when things shift, these picks have been reliable, and in my experience, they'll help you keep pushing. For Brawl Ball, you need brawlers that can score quickly or control the field. Meg, Buster, and Fong are all solid picks for aggressive plays. They can break through defenses and create opportunities to score. Janet and Sam also apply constant pressure and force openings for the team. If you're playing defense, Gale and Buster are great for shutting down enemy pushes and creating space for your team. When it comes to Knockout, you want brawlers who can survive and secure eliminations. Sharpshooters like Piper, Brock, and Colt are top tier in this mode because they can deal massive damage from a distance while staying relatively safe. If you like an aggressive playstyle, Leon and Buzz are fantastic for getting in, securing quick kills, and then getting out before the enemy can retaliate. Knockout is all about staying alive while picking off your opponents, so picking the right brawlers here is essential. Now that we've talked about the best modes and brawlers to use, let's go over some tips for actually grinding efficiently. You don't need to grind for hours every day to hit prestige. What really matters is how you play. It's all about being smart with your time and strategy. Here's one of the best tips I can give you: take breaks between losses. If you lose 2 or 3 games in a row, don't keep going. Tilt is a killer, and when you're frustrated, you're not going to play at your best. But here's the twist: don't just stop when you're tilting. Instead, take 3 minutes to reset your mental. Go over things with your team if you're in a 3v3 mode, or if you're in Solo Showdown, take a moment to breathe and refocus. Think about what went wrong in your last match and how you can adjust. Get back in the game after a short reset. Prestige is all about staying on the leaderboard, and it won't wait for you to untilt yourself. If you let that tilt mess with your focus for too long, it'll drag you down. Stay sharp and stay in the grind. Another tip is to play during off-peak hours when there's less competition. Early mornings and late nights can be great times to play, especially if you're finding the servers to be less crowded. Also, make sure you're using star powers and gadgets to your advantage. If your brawler has a game-changing star power, don't grind without it. And always stick to a routine. Playing in shorter, more focused sessions is better than grinding mindlessly for hours on end. One thing a lot of players overlook is finding a broken strategy in the meta. It's not just about picking a top-tier brawler. Sometimes, it's about identifying those hidden strengths and broken strategies that no one sees coming. The meta is constantly shifting, so how do you find a strategy that really works in your favor? Well, you need to pay attention to brawlers that are consistently outperforming others. A lot of times, these brawlers won't be the top picks in a tier list, but they will perform well in high-level play or even in random games. If you notice that certain brawlers are getting banned consistently in ranked matches, that's usually a good sign that you found a broken pick. When a brawler keeps getting banned, it's because players recognize that it's a powerful choice, one that's tough to beat. Keep an eye out for these picks, and when you find them, master them before they get nerfed. Now, let's talk about staying consistent. One of the biggest mistakes players make is getting frustrated and losing confidence. Pushing for prestige is a marathon, not a sprint. Some days you'll have bad luck, and that's okay. The key is to keep your focus and stay confident. If you start doubting yourself, you're just going to play worse. Trust your skill and know that you can hit that prestige rank. And focus on improving, even on the bad days. Watch replays and figure out what went wrong, because small adjustments can make a big difference. The players who hit prestige aren't necessarily the ones with the best skills, they're the ones who stay consistent and keep pushing, no matter the setbacks. So, follow these tips, stay focused, and you'll hit prestige faster than most players. Don't forget, it's all about playing smarter, not harder. If this guide helped, drop a like, subscribe for more Brawl Stars tips, and let me know in the comments what rank you're at right now. Good luck grinding, and keep pushing.